Welcome back. If you are just joining us, you are onto your favorite program, Democracy and Rule of Law, a production of Galaxy Television. We've been discussing the Natasha embattled episode, and we want to look at the Benue massacre that has forced the president of Nigeria to go to Benue to assess the extent of damage and profile possible solutions to what has led to loss of many lives. Now, Basadej, what do you think concerning the president's approach to the solution to this problem?
Well, thank you very much. I think, first of all, I think the president did well by going to Benue State, at least to look at the state of affairs by himself, at least to be sure of what is happening. Even though I know some of the gory sites that came out of the killing, some of the gory pictures, he was not probably taken to some of those areas and all of that. I probably have not seen some of the pictures that have been on the online, okay, about how people were slaughtered and cut to pieces as if they are pieces of meat and all of that, and how blood was shed in all the parts. Over 200 people killed overnight, and all of that. So, but it's a good thing that the president went there.
Good. But then there's a disturbing aspect of the thing. The president set up a committee to resolve the conflict. Was actually there a conflict or an invasion?
Okay. I think we have also looked at this particular aspect, the narratives that around these particular killings, this continuous killing in Benue and in the two states.
Yes.
Why does the federal government keep talking about farmer header slash? Why do they always talk about community conflict? Call these killings community conflict, when no two communities are involved in a fight, when there is no fight between farmers and herders. Why is the federal government creating this scenario over and over again? We don't seem to understand it. Some people are saying maybe the federal government knows what is going on and there is an attempt to shield the killers from arrest, from detention and all that. Because if you really look at it, why create most of the scenario had always been that people will be sleeping in their homes at night or during the day. Some people will invade
around 10, 11 p.m.
Yes. Some people will come from elsewhere.
Force their doors open.
Not from the community.
Yes.
Not people living in the community.
Off well.
Yes.
And set them ablaze.
Set their houses ablaze, kill innocent children, young men, rape women, and all of that. So now, and these people are not even from the communities that are contiguous or that are next to those villages to say it's a community clash. All right. There are no boundary disputes that you will say, okay, one community is continuously killing another community, or that they are in a war or whatever. But you find that some people, and we know these people that keeps coming. I have said it over and over again that we don't really know what the Fulanis want in this country, because a lot of time investigation has shown that those who are killing, all these killers, people are giving evidence to the police. They are giving intel to the police, intelligence to the police about these people, but nobody seems to be doing anything. Now, I saw that the president was issuing out the directive to the service chiefs that they should do all that is necessary to ensure they prosecute. I want to say that we have had all of this again. Since the president came in, he's been issuing this directive almost every month to the service chiefs. But nothing has been done. Does it mean that they are not obeying the president? How long should the president continue to issue directive to service chiefs and the killing continues unabated? For how long? Now, a lot of people have said that maybe the president needs to change the entire security architecture to ensure that new people are brought in, that there's element of complicity even in the killing and what is going on. Somebody was making the statement recently that maybe the justification for this killing is the fact that as of today, the Minister of Defense is a Fulani man. The Minister of State for Defense is a Fulani man. The National Security Advisor is a Fulani man. So how do you expect these highly placed, highly profiled men to now create a situation where some of their brethren who are violating other people's rights will be dealt with? It's almost impossible. And when they were saying it, it was in a discourse. Up till now, the federal government have not done anything. Maybe there is a need to change the National Security Advisor. Because since he came in, there has been no evidence of tackling this problem. The same thing with the Minister of Defense. There has been no serious attempt to track down these people, to ensure that these people are brought to book. Not one single person has been prosecuted. The president himself said it in Benue, that not one person has. Why is it difficult to prosecute? Why is it difficult to arrest? Some of us know. We know the activities of the Miyeti Allah, the organization that is in charge of these cattle rearers. Those who are supervising them. How come those people have not been asked to come and make statements? What is going on? I believe they have a lot of intelligence that they can give to the police, to the military men. If they said it is not their members that are doing this killing, they should know those who are doing the killing.
There's a question that a lot of Nigerians have been asking, which is yet to be answered. That these people that invade and massacre people that go are no ghosts. Why have they not been arrested?
Exactly.
Do you have an answer to that question?
Yeah, I don't have an answer to it, but I can tell you that it's the same point I have been making. Some of those who are in charge of these herders, they have not done enough. It's as if they are complicit in this killing. They enjoy what is going on. Maybe they even hire these people to come and do this havoc for them. Because they cannot continue to keep silent and the government is not doing anything about them. Not one of them has been arrested or questioned over this killing that is going on. And we know that those who are doing this killing, they are the herders. They are Fulani herders. So how are they bigger than the rest of Nigerians? Do they have more rights than other Nigerians? Do they have a license to kill? And if they have, who gave them those licenses to kill?
Now, with what has been going on in Benue State over time, particularly in recent times, the killings, what do you think the state government can do and the federal government can do to curtail further bloodletting?
Well, thank you very much. I think that they are trying to, it appears as if the government, by creating the false scenario or the false narrative that is a fight, is a clash, or it is farmer herders that are fighting, and it's a first attempt to avoid facing the reality of this matter, the reality behind this matter. The government must come to terms that these villages are being invaded by some people and find out who are those invading these villages. And these people, are they bigger than Nigeria as a nation? Do they have better rights than others? I have also said it on one of the platforms that we have discussed this matter, that most of those communities that were ravaged, those Fulanis who came to occupy those villages, have they profiled them? Have they asked them where they are coming from? Because if you displace some people and some new people, you kill people and you move the people there to IDP camp, and some new people are leaving, they just suddenly come into that environment. Who don't have a right to those houses? Who don't have a right to that community? Is it not proper to investigate them? Why are they in that place? What are they doing in that place? So I think it's one of the first place to start. That all those who are occupying those villages after evacuating and killing innocent people should be arrested. They have something to tell the government about the killing and the occupation of those land. Because the governor said it, that it's about land grabbing. The king of Benue, one of their king, mentioned it also, that it's an invasion, that it is the Fulanis that are behind it. And they come with all kinds of sophisticated weapons against their people. Now, the governor of that state can do a lot, even though it appears as if the governor is overwhelmed by the politics around this issue. Okay, the politics around the issue being that he is probably looking at gaining the goodwill or retaining the goodwill of the federal government, the military architecture, the police architecture, because ordinarily it's powerless. It can't do anything without those people. So it's a kind of political correctness, just trying to play along. Otherwise, one will expect that the governor by now should have mobilized the people of Benue State. The governor of Plateau State should have mobilized their people. If they are going to form vigilantes, let them go ahead. If they are going to raise young men to guard their villages and their towns, and to equip those people along with the military people, let them go ahead and do so, to make sure that those who are doing this killing, they don't have a field day the way they have been having a field day. What is happening now is that there is no reprisal, nothing at all against these invaders. And it is easy for them to invade, and it is cheaper for them to do it at no cost to their own men. They will keep doing it.
Yes. Now, there's a concern about the latest massacre. And that concern has to do with the fact that the people that were massacred were in a refugee camp. Under international humanitarian law, there are places that during conflict or even war, full-blown war, that soldiers dare not go to attack people. Refugee camps, mosques, churches, and hospitals. These places are places that are protected by international law, that nobody, no soldier, can they go there to attack anybody. That is the law. Now, this latest massacre was carried out in a refugee camp. IDP camp.
Yes.
Maintained by, the
International
Catholic Church. Yes.
Organization.
Yes, organizations, and they were taking care of people there. Not in the farm, not in the society, in a secluded camp. And that roused the concerns of international community, that even the Pope had to speak. Now, these people that have gone to ID camp to massacre people, to kill people, can that be called land grabbing?
It is still part of the land grabbing, if you want to know about it. Because you see, to me, the first thing about this grabbing thing is genocide. The act of genocide. Ethnic cleansing. That's what is going on. Whether the police...
You mean they want to wipe out the whole...
They make sure they wipe out those people, the indigenous people, the ethnic people who owns those villages. That's why there is massive killing, wholesale killing. And these people that are killing, they have no respect for law, they have no respect for government, they have no respect for order. Some of them even challenge the military directly. If you watch some of those videos online, you see the way they are so flagrant. They even call out the military for battle. Now, it is so shameful that up till now, our military cannot curb these people.
Are you saying that there's failure on the part of the federal government?
It's complete failure of the government
to protect lives and properties of people in Benue State.
Complete failure of the government. Complete abdication of government responsibility.
That's what do you think the federal government can do in this circumstance?
They will not do anything.
Redeem the image of the federal government and to save lives and properties as contained in the constitution.
If it's a conspiracy of government, they will not do anything until the entire thing overruns the country. It's almost beginning to look like an agenda now. That there's an agenda of killing, to seize those communities, to displace those people. Because, come to think of it, these people have no respect for law and order. And those who should maintain law and order are not even going after them. They are not seriously going after them.
Are you saying that there is no solution to the problem?
And I want to tell you also that, as of today, all that is happening to me is a failure of intelligence. And where intelligence collapse, obviously the law enforcement, public order have collapsed. National security have collapsed. Once there is no intelligence, once there is no workable intelligence, or even if there are intelligence and government is not utilizing those intelligence, is an evidence of complicity. In whichever way you want to look at it. If there are intelligence and they are not using it to track down and to arrest these people is still complicity. If there is no intelligence, it's still a failure of government to seek for intelligence. So either way, it shows evidence of complicity on the side of government.
But are you saying and telling the world that this problem defies solution?
The way it looks now, it defies solution because government doesn't want to do what they are supposed to do.
The government is incapable or lacks the political will to do so.
Well, maybe the political will, not the capacity.
Because
not the
I know
capacity.
that the machinery at the disposal of the federal government
is massive.
Is so that they can subdue any group that wants to.
Obvious. If it's a group of civil society movement, you will see the way they will repress it. If it's a protest, you will see the way government will repress it.
Okay, we will be drawing the curtain at this stage, but before we finally say goodbye to our listeners, want to have just in few seconds, your views on Natasha episode and this last thing.
Thank you very much. I think on the final note, I have appealed to the Attorney General, the Chief Lateef Fagbemi, to with immediate effect to save the case of this government. They should go ahead and discontinue that case against Senator Natasha.
And then on the Benue killing?
On the Benue killing, I think the government should put its act together on the matter, because it is almost looking as if there is complicity. And all those who are in charge of our architecture, our military, should be dismissed. Some of them should be changed. The National Security Advisor had not shown his bidding. The Minister of Defense have not shown enough sufficient interest.
It's all right. We will be drawing the curtain here. By next week, we'll be coming up with more trending issues that has to do with politics, governance, rule of law, and the welfare of the mass, which of course is the supreme law. I remain your host, Obi Omer. You can watch us on our other platforms like Facebook and others. Till when we meet again next week, have a wonderful evening.